Hello and welcome to World in 5. We start with President Mnangagwa's message to business leaders, urging them to take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution to develop the national and regional economy. He was officiating at the 10th CEO Africa Roundtable in Victoria Falls yesterday. The president said ICT is a critical enabler as the continent traverses the journey towards modernizing and reshaping the African continent's economic landscape. He also rallied Zimbabwean business to be aggressive and take full advantage of the vast trading opportunities presented by the African Continental Free Trade Area. The president said all aligning with the development of the North-South Corridor, border post upgrading, modernization initiatives, and the principles of the African Continental Free Trade Area, a strong foundation for seamless regional integration is laid. National Police spokesperson Commissioner Paul Nyati says that drivers on the roads must think safety first. His remarks come at a time when another traffic accident occurred at the 120-kilometer peg along Harare-Nyamapanda Road on Tuesday, killing 7 people. The 2 fatal accidents in 10 days have brought the number of casualties to 12.
We are concerned as the police in terms of the way drivers are behaving on the country's roads, in terms of the way people are being carried from one point to another. That's why we are saying we want the drivers to be road safety conscious. We want the drivers to prioritize the safety of people on the country's roads. So this is quite sad. As the police, we are conducting investigations, but at the end of the day, we want the drivers to take responsibility, because certainly we can't continue to have fatal road traffic accidents on the country. So remember, this accident comes after another one which occurred last week, where 5 people died along Harare-Mutare Road near Mtangadura. And again, people were talking about negligence by drivers, something which we hope drivers will self-introspect and realize that driving is a collective effort. Driving is meant to safeguard lives, and driving should contribute towards the maintenance of law and order in the country.
The MDC evicted the CCC from their Bulawayo offices through a court order. The development was part of the Douglas Monzora-led outfit's effort to recover properties that they allege the CCC has been unlawfully occupying and withholding from their property. Yesterday, CCC Secretary General Shabangu invited the MDC to dialogue over the political interests and properties. Speaking to ZTN, MDC spokesperson Lloyd Damba said the idea of talks can only be an option after the CCC returns the MDC's property.
Issue of dialogue between us and CCC concerning our properties. I think we don't have to negotiate for the things that rightfully belong to us. The only negotiation is politically we can converge and come together and work together as politicians, as an opposition political party that have got the same views, people that want to see change in their country. But when it comes to our properties, those properties must be retained. And I don't think that we are supposed to quarrel and to fight over these petty issues. The bigger thing is that the people of Zimbabwe want change. They do not want these small side shows of the opposition fighting each other and tearing each other apart. And we also, as the MDC, do not want that. We want a dialogue between us and CCC in terms of how we can collaborate to remove ZANU-PF. We want dialogue with any other political party so that we can see change in this country. But one thing that we cannot do is to dialogue over our property. That we cannot do. They simply have to retain those things quietly and silently, and then we begin to work together for change in this country.
Conflict and to an unfortunate situation, a 41-year-old man lost cash amounting to US $21,900 to people who offered him a lift from Masvingo purporting to be going to Harare. Police confirmed the incident, which occurred along Harare-Masvingo Highway near Chicken Inn Slice, Mvuma, on Monday. Midlands Provincial spokesperson Inspector Emmanuel Mahoko speaks.
It is alleged the victim, Nesbet of Duma Nika Mashingo, who is the regional manager of a stock feeds company, was traveling from Nika to Harare. He boarded unidentified vehicle at Croco Motors in Mashingo with 5 male occupants. Along the way, after passing Fairfields, one of the occupants who were sitting next to him produced a knife and pointed it at him, demanding his cell phone, and he surrendered it. One of the occupants produced a pistol, pointed it at him again, demanding a traveling bag he was carrying. Another one who was seated at the front seat snatched the bag from Ncube, opened it and took a paper bag containing cash USD $21,900. Soon after Chicken Slice, Mvuma, the driver, reduced the speed and they pushed Ncube out of the vehicle.
And now to the brighter side, growers at the Kenya Flower Festival have been showcasing flowers with different varieties that have helped the country's horticulture sector emerge. The East African nation supplies a huge portion of Europe's cut flowers, with statistics indicating that for every 10 stems in a bouquet, 4 may be from Kenya. Kenya's flower industry has braved challenges facing the industry globally to continue producing the widest range of new varieties. It's a development that has kept buyers returning to Nairobi every year for the past 10 years to meet producers in search of the latest releases.
Every year when I attend this event, I see a very different, landscape. We've seen new flowers, we've seen new varieties from the breeders, we've seen new, flowers coming up from the growers. So it's a very important show. It helps the florists and the suppliers to come in and see what is growing in Kenya and what is being grown around.
This year we are talking sustainability. Sustainability is a buzzword in our sector today. We are looking at how we manage processes, how we manage all the elements of production, but also how we manage people.
Now that's all we had in World in 5. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon.